Hi everyone, editing Nickelle here. I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I know you haven't seen me for a while. I didn't intentionally mean to take time off. I have just become a 9-to-5er, and I've also, been dealing with a couple of crashes here and there. So I'm just trying to now navigate my life now, working full time and also dealing with my health condition as well. So yeah, thanks for sticking with me. So just wanted to provide some context. I did film an intro for this February vlog. So yeah, just wanted to pop in and say hi. This is a very chatty video just about all the books which I read in February and some books which I got in the post as well. Actually haven't been buying many books lately because I've been started a new hobby, which you will see in the next vlog, in March's vlog, which might be a short vlog because I didn't really film much in March. I've just been busy with the reno, and well, I say reno, it's just been busy with that, and just kind of been busy with life. But I hope you guys are well. Thank you so much for all of your lovely comments as always, and just standing by me in these little periods of time where I don't really upload and stuff. So I hope everybody is well, and I hope you enjoy the video. Just got a couple of minutes whilst my lunch is cooking to talk about Don't Cry For Me by Damiola Black. I just finished it. This book is so good. It's so thought-provoking. I was very, very close to tears, but I didn't want to ruin my makeup today. This palette is really good, by the way. This is so captivating, so frustrating, but then there's that real deep sadness and longing. Oh man, it's really sad. This is a really, really sad book. I really love the perspective of just hearing the father and his inner thoughts and him writing to his son, but then also really deeply frustrated and annoyed about, his treatment towards his son, and just how much time was wasted, just stubbornness. This is a really good book about just like toxic masculinity and being like emasculated. I don't know, I'm sitting and just processing it. Can't really do like a full-on wrap up about it because I'm just processing it all now. But I think this is, you have to read this book if you want some kind of, I'm not going to say it's going to heal you, but just if you might have an estranged relationship with your father, or if not, even if you have a good relationship with your dad, I think it is definitely worth reading. This is very, very homophobic, so just bear that in mind. There are some bits which are quite hard to read and unsettling, but overall, really good book. I'm struggling if I'm going to give it 4.5 or 5. It's just a book that is definitely going to stay with me. It's going to stay with me for a long time, I think. I'm so glad I read it, and I can't wait to read Issac's Song, which is delayed. I literally pre-ordered it. It should have arrived yesterday and it's delayed. It hasn't even been shipped yet. But I can't wait to read Issac's Son, because I'm going to now learn about Issac, and I'm going to be filling in the blanks and the gaps, and it's going to be so interesting. It's going to be like putting the pieces together, and I can't wait for that to arrive and to read that. I'm so glad I read this. So now, I'll have like the fuller picture, but you don't need to read this to read Issac's Song, but I think you definitely need to read both of them at some point. But this is really, really good. Really good writing, flowed so well. I loved the the letters. I really liked that style of the book, and just the history as well. There were some upsetting bits, obviously it's not nice to read about our history and, slavery and stuff. It just kind of reignites that sadness that I have with all of that. Overall it was really, really good. Sorry, I feel quite flat today. I don't know why. I'm feeling quite drained, to be honest. The state of the world and everything, everything's just a bit of a mess, isn't it? But it's a glorious sunny day. I just feel like February has just reignited my spirit a little bit, because it's just been so gloomy and dark and cold. I mean, it is a bit cold, but the sun is out, and I've been noticing the sun has been out a lot more. So I'm hoping that I'm going to get out for a little walk once I've eaten my lunch. So just wanted to come in and just say that this was such a pleasure to read. I really was so pleased that I've read this. I can't wait to read Issac's song. I just thought I hadn't shown the latest book. Oh, hang on, let me pause this. I haven't shown the latest book that came, so I can't remember if I said in this video or in my wrap up. I think it might be my wrap up. Someone was really kind to recommend, well, they saw an Olympic romance book in Waterstones and they left a comment saying that they think it might be close to what I'm looking for. So I read the synopsis and I was kind of like, yeah, instant add to basket. The author is Black British as well. She's Brummie, so I was like, yeah, double tick, I have to support that. So this is Let the Games Begin by Rufaro Faith Mazarura. It's a very pretty name. So it says Zeke Moyo is the star athlete of Team GB. He's in Athens to claim the title of fastest man in the world. Olivia Nkomo, runs on ambition. She's just landed the role of a lifetime behind the scenes. Then the two collide literally on the first day of the games and something unexpected begins. But the competition is stirring up uncomfortable memories from Zeke's past and Olivia's dream job is turning into a nightmare. Will they fall at the last hurdle or could running beside the right person change the whole game? So I'm very, very excited to read this one. I hope it's close to it. And I can see there's a recommendation from Lizzie Damiola Blackburn. I believe I've got one of her books. I think it's definitely going to be one of those where it's a really quick, steamy romance, but I don't know if to actually save this for the summer. I think I might save it for the summer potentially, or at least until when it's a little bit warmer, or I might save it for my holiday. Yes, you heard right. I'm going away. I'm going away, and I tell you now, I need the holiday. Maybe I might save it for then, because that's going to come around quickly. So we'll see. But yeah, very, very excited to read this. So yeah, thanks so much. I think the person's called Katie. Thank you for shouting this out and letting me know. I would have never heard of it. So thank you. And yeah, I hope it's really good. But yeah, as you can see, I am just taking the stuff off the shelves because we're going to carry on stripping the walls of the last bit of wallpaper, get the walls kind of prepped, ready for, I was gonna wallpaper in here, but because I think this year is just gonna be really expensive, with like holidays, trips, festivals, you know, birthdays, same for a honeymoon, same for a bathroom. I think this room is gonna be like phase one. I'm just gonna get it looking nice, more to my taste, and then maybe next year, if I do want to add wallpaper, I can. And also I'm so indecisive, so I know paint I don't mind adding because you can always just paint over things, but wallpaper you got to commit, and weirdly as it sounds, I'm a little bit of a commitment phobe. I'd rather sit with the wallpaper for like with the sample for like at least 6 months to a year, and then if I still love it, I'll add it, because you know, wallpaper is so expensive. So that's kind of my idea. But even in here, we're still gonna go fun, you know, colour choices and stuff. So I've ordered some coving because there's no coving on the ceiling at the minute. So I've ordered like some samples of that. And yeah, even in here, there's so many things we need to do. Obviously the floorboards, we've taken the carpet off just to see like the state of the floorboards, and they look okay, but obviously some bits need patching in and filling in and stuff. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And then yeah, some parts of the walls are gonna need like a bit of patching. Debating whether to strip the ceiling because it's like that wood chip kind of paper. I think with that, we may have to get a plasterer to replaster the ceiling. I'm hoping that won't be too expensive. But yeah, further on, like later down the line, once we've been in here for a while, I do want to get the fireplace restored, not like an actual working fireplace, but get the fireplace in there, maybe expose the brick. But yeah, like this it's a work in progress. But yeah, just for now, I just think like I just want to get it, my office and this reading room, like just nice and cozy and just good for now, just on like a bit of a budget, and then eventually do it properly. Well, not do it properly, just add bits to it, like change the radiator to a more like classic Victorian one. Yeah, get like a nice cast iron fireplace and a mantelpiece and stuff like that. So yeah, and probably change the window, because that will need changing at some point. But yeah, lots to do, and obviously tons of money, which I don't have. But yeah, this is just real life, and yeah, like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna stop babbling and crack on. So here it is. We started pulling up the carpet as well. The floorboards are pretty, oh my god. They're not too bad. Obviously we're gonna have to sand, or I might paint them, but there's like a few ones which need nailing back in. But yeah, I mean, they're not bad. It's better than the carpet which was there. A few stubborn bits. I think we're gonna stop and have some lunch, but yeah, I'm hoping we'll get it mostly done. Yes, I think we're gonna go to B&Q to get some samples, some paint samples, because I think I know what paint colours I want. But yeah, I just need to sit down for a minute because I do not feel great. I feel quite tired, so yeah. But yeah, making progress. Hello, yes, I haven't done a bit of a catch up in a while. This room is an absolute tip, it's an absolute dump. Finished Brown Girls last night by Daphne Palasi Andreadis. I think that's how you pronounce the name, Andreadis. I gave this 3 stars. This was really nice. It spoke to me. Basically like a story of a group of brown girls, and they live in Queens, and we just kind of watch them evolve and grow up and find them, how they face their challenges of being a person of colour in the US, being a child of an immigrant, how, you know, we watch them go through school and relationships and universities, the education system, the workplace, motherhood and stuff like that. It's really good. It's good like depiction of girlhood, womanhood and stuff, but it was so lyrical. If you love like poetry and stuff, you'd probably really like this. If you like Raven Alani, lost to that type of stuff, you would really like this. I didn't warm to it as much, and also I don't really feel like the girls that she was talking about in this book were Asian girls and Latina girls and black girls, and I just think like, yes, we're all minorities, but I just feel like lumping us into one is not, we all have different experiences, do you know what I mean? And I don't think we all have the same shared experience. Just being honest here. Yeah, I didn't really like that, to be honest with you. So yeah, that's kind of how it kind of left me on a 3. So yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend it if I'm honest. For me personally, I didn't really enjoy it. It was okay, it was all right. I just got a knock at the door, so new book arrived. I'm gonna have to do an on haul because I feel like I'm getting a new book every week. My shopping habits have really changed the last couple of months. I think I'm distracting myself from life because I've just been buying. Like the impulse buying has been really bad lately, which kind of makes me think, yes, something's going on up here. But anyway, I brought Broughtupsy by Christina Cooke. This was recommended by Wale from the Hot Girl Books. Diaspora kind of book set in Jamaica. Yeah, a young girl goes to Aquia, flies from Canada to her native Jamaica to reconnect with her estranged sister Tamika. Their younger brother Bryson has recently passed from sickle cell anemia, the same disease that took their mother 10 years prior. And Aquia carries his remains in a small wooden box with the hope of reassembling her family. So yeah, it sounds like this is going to be really emotional. Love how it's set in Jamaica, so it's gonna, you know, give me them island vibes and homeland vibes, which I do miss Jamaica, and I can't wait to get back. Just got this little book. When am I gonna pick it up? I have no idea, but I definitely want to read it this year because it sounds and it's a new author to me. Never heard of this author before, and I'm really trying to read from more Black authors. So I've got this. And yeah, I've popped all my books here for now because obviously the bookshelves over there have come down, and yeah, this whole room is just a mess really. So I'm trying to get some quotes to see how much the flooring's going to cost to sand it, but it might just be something that we do ourselves. I'm not too sure, depending on how much that's going to cost. But yeah, anyways, thought I would fill you in. This isn't really a vlog, to be honest. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna put this back over here. Let's pop it here, and then my reds, I'm gonna put that up there. Finally got my book, Issac Song, which can you believe I ordered this in January from Amazon, which I'm never doing again. Pre-ordered it, was delayed. Obviously I've got this book club in like less than 2 weeks now. Yeah, so I was just like, you know, sod you, cancel my Amazon order, and I ordered it from Blackwell's, and it's finally arrived. So yeah, I can't wait to read this. I'm currently reading The Invisible Life of Addie, LaRue, which I'm absolutely loving, like really loving. But yeah, I can't wait to read this for the book club. Looks like it's a bit longer, but yeah, now that I've read Don't Cry For Me, this will be really good. And then yeah, it's been blurbed by Nana Kwame, Eddie Brenya, who obviously wrote Chain Gang All Stars, and I really love that book. So yeah, I've heard a lot of people talking about it as well, so I'm very, very excited. And I'm just so glad that I read Don't Cry For Me, because I will get the fuller picture. But anyway, I don't know if this angle is good, I don't know if you can see me. But yeah, just letting you know I've got the book. So yeah, very excited, and I'm going to put it on my shelf now. I was about to go to bed, but I thought I would quickly talk about The Invisible Life of Addie, LaRue. I've just finished it. I think it's sitting at 4.5 stars. So it was pretty good. It was pretty good. But I'm just letting it sink in. I must admit, I couldn't give it 5 stars because it was quite long and lengthy. There was a lot of detail, which I appreciated. But I think this book was kind of like going for a run. You know, going for a run is quite sloggy, like it's tiring, it's painful, it hurts. But once you finish it, it's very rewarding. And that's what this book was kind of about. Like once I got to the end, because it was quite long, it was 540 pages. So it's quite long for me anyway. I tend to read books which are around about like 300 to 400 pages. So yeah, it's quite long. It took me a week to finish it. But I must admit, it was completely unexpected. For some reason with fantasy, I just always feel like it's aimed at like, not children, but like YA. I just always think like, not all fantasy, but for some reason I thought this was like YA. Or I don't know, I didn't understand. I didn't realise what it was about. And I didn't realise, it kind of felt like literary fiction. So yeah, like if anybody's obviously read this book, I would really take some recommendations of similar books, because I really liked the writing style. I really liked the different timelines that we got. I loved the characters. Henry and Addie, and yeah, I was really like kind of attached to them, and the ending was really good. I actually really enjoyed the ending. A little bit of it was predictable, but I quite enjoyed that. It was a really good distraction. I liked the plot as well. And I was saying to Debs, because I did this as a buddy read with her, I thought it reminded me of, a bit of the plot reminded me of Groundhog Day. You know, I don't know the name of the character, I can't remember, but you know how he is just like reliving the same day over and over again. And there's one scene where, or one of the main bits where he's trying to like woo one of the women, woo a girl, and obviously because the day keeps repeating, like every time he goes on a date with her, he's getting to know more and more information so he can impress her every time he sees her and stuff. And yeah, there was some like kind of similar aspects to that. If you're not a big fantasy person, I'm not a big fantasy person at all. I really don't read fantasy. I would recommend it because it doesn't feel like fantasy at all. And the fantasy bits are believable. This would be a really good it would be a really good film, TV show, film. This would be a really good game as well. This would be a really, really, really good game. Yeah, I enjoyed it and I really liked V. Schwab's writing. Again, yeah, if there's any other books which you think I would like, either from the author V. Schwab or just in general based off this, please let me know, and welcome to some recommendations. The next book I've got on my TBR is Isaac's Song. So I'm not gonna lie, whilst I was reading The Visible Life of Addie LaRue, I was constantly thinking of this. Don't Cry for Me. It's definitely left a bit of a lasting impression on me, and I can't wait to get to read this and read the other side of it and kind of complete that novel, if it makes sense. So yeah, this is Isaac's Song. So this is based on all of his perspectives. So we get to know what happened to him in Chicago, what happened to him growing up, and I can't wait to, obviously we know from his dad's perspective and certain things which his dad pointed out in his letters, and I would just love to get the other side and hear from Isaac's side. And yeah, just some certain things which his dad revealed. I'm dying to know how Isaac felt, and yeah, I can't wait. So yeah, I might even start it tonight. Is that weird? Sometimes I like to let books sit in and process them, at least overnight, but I kind of want to start this. And also I need to read it for the book club, which is this weekend. I might start it tonight, who knows? That was just my thoughts. So yeah, I haven't really been good filming wise this week. I've just been really busy and stuff. So, but yeah, that's my thoughts. I think I'm getting sick, which is really annoying, but I just feel really bummed out. But yeah, I'm not even going to pay any energies. I just thought I'd come in and share. I finished Daniel Black's Isaac's Song. It's currently sitting at a 4.5 or 5. I think it's probably going to be a 5-star. I had such a great experience reading this, and I think this is going to be incredibly just impactful for like my life, just where I am at the minute. This was really, really good. So just a quick synopsis. So this is related to Don't Cry for Me by Daniel Black. So this is all about the father who's dying and he's writing letters to his son who's gay, and he, obviously didn't treat him right when he was young. And then this is the son. So this is set after that book, and the son is dealing with the father's death. And he goes through a therapist to try and deal with all that stuff, because it's just, obviously just going through some stuff. So goes to see the therapist, and the therapist suggests that he should start writing down his life, his story and stuff like that. So he starts from the beginning when he was a child, and he just talks us and walks us through the tumultuous relationship he had with his father, and just how he was as a child. And yeah, he had just more like feminine energy as a boy. Obviously didn't realise he was gay, and just how he was, I won't spoil it too much, but just like this explores like, closeted relationships and self-identity and you know, expressionism and stuff like that, and just also being a black body in America, microaggressions in the workplace. This is set across like the 60s through to like the noughties. So obviously, yeah, very different, a little, you know, very different to how it is now. But I mean, we still experience microaggressions, but you know, it was just interesting to hear that, especially from a black man's perspective. Yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. And I'm so glad I read both of these in Black History Month. I think so important. I would highly recommend read not just Black History Month, but if you are looking to pick up a book for Black History Month, these are exceptional. They're great. You can probably read them in 2 to 3 days. They're really short, very easy to read. They kind of read like autobiographies in a way, but very powerful, very moving. Yeah, it's just very touching, very profound, thought-provoking. It's just a great like portrait of a young man, coming of age story, a young queer black man, yeah, like, and just how he's kind of fighting his way through, you know, depression, and just learning how he can be himself, but then, you know, also having his really toxic dad in his ear constantly. Sorry, that's the neighbour's dog, if you can hear that. Yeah, just having his toxic dad just in his ear, and not having his dad's love and his dad's appreciation, and always trying to people please. It's just so good. I feel like this book will heal a lot of people who might have fractured relationships with their fathers. But even if you don't, this is just a really good portrait and good portrayal of seeing what that is kind of like. I really liked reading into the father-son dynamic, because I've never really read from that perspective before, and just reading both of these just really gives me like much more clarity on that. I was thinking that I would love to hear from the mum's perspectives. I feel like that would just tie everything together, so that, because there was a few little plot holes, maybe not plot holes, but I guess she wasn't as important. But then I think that's quite an important message in itself, because in both books it does kind of talk about the role of a black woman in society, and just how we, especially back in those days, we were only kind of given like a caregiver role. We weren't actually given like a dominant role. We weren't given a head of the household role. We weren't given a, you know, a career driven role. We were just, you have your babies, you get married, you cook and clean and do all these servant type tasks and things. That's all what's expected and given of you. And I would love to, obviously the mum's going through some things as well, but I would just love to, yeah, get that sort of roundup. We did hear a little bit of her past in her story, but yeah, I guess obviously both books are just mainly focusing on the father-son aspect. There's a lot of homophobia, a lot of obviously, you know, racial stuff, which is, you know, from both sides, which is just very horrible to read. There's a lot about slavery in here, so be warned. There's some very uncomfortable scenes, just very hard, not uncomfortable, yes, there's some uncomfortable scenes, but just some hard reads. Like, I am just such an emotional being, like I'm such an emotional person. Well, empath, yeah, that's it. Like, I'm so empathetic and I just feel everything. So I didn't cry, but I was very close to tears reading this book, particularly just because it's from the son, and obviously I'm not a father, I'm not a parent, so I would feel more attached to the son and just what he was going through, and just how like his life, it was so hard. But yeah, I really recommend. I actually think it's a 5-star, you know, just because I think it's so impactful, and I think I will remember reading these for a long time, so they'll definitely stay with me. So I definitely have to shout out Wale from The Hot Girl Books. She gives the best recommendations. Just her overall vibe is just amazing. She had like such lovely nails. She has like these press-ons that she does every week, I think, and she builds Lego, and she just seems like such a cool, chilled person, and she just has such a nice, calm vibe, and her book recommendations are top tier, 10/10. Highly recommend. But yeah, every book she's recommended, well, I've only read 2 at the minute, but yeah, they've both been very good, and I bought another one as well, so I can't wait to get to that. But yeah, so I just thought I share my thoughts. I really flew through it, but yeah, just they're really, really good. And just to leave you with something, this person said, this author said, a touching and intimate portrait of a young man's awakening, written in beautifully transcendent prose. And yeah, I couldn't agree anymore. I couldn't. Yeah, it's just so profound. Writing was superb, and yeah, I just feel like it's going to be lasting impact on me. I also got a little bit distracted because it's I was listening and reading to it at the same time, so I quite like that. I like the experience, and it's the same voice narrator who does the husband, I can't remember his name, in is it Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan? It's the same voice actor, so I was like, oh, that's interesting. So because I recognised his voice straight away. But yeah, so yeah, I just thought I'd share my views. Not sure what book I'm going to be reading next, as I've still got another week left in February, so I'm not too sure yet what I'm going to read. But yeah, we'll see. Highly recommend, and if you can, highly recommend reading both. I think it's a great overall experience. I can't speak anymore, just loved it. I've just come back from going out for a walk. I sound like I'm sick, and I think I'm getting sick. Remember when I said yesterday, I think I'm getting sick? Yeah, I felt really rubbish yesterday, and today, same, kind of so. But anyway, yeah, I've just come back from a walk. It's really warm, it's really mild, which is very, very welcomed. It was really nice, and it was a really nice day, like definitely starting to see a slither of longer days now. Sun's setting at like 5:30, so that's really good. So I managed to get out for a walk after finishing work. But anyways, I am reading Yellowface. So this is for my book club, which is coming up this weekend. I wasn't going to reread it because obviously I've read it before, but I wanted to refresh my memory because obviously it was like a year ago and that shit's probably left my brain already. So, and I I listened to it via audio, and I think that's what made me score it a little bit lower, because I think it was coming at 2.5 and a 3 because the author did a really good job at making the characters insufferable. And don't get me wrong, I mean, June is and Athena as well, and incredibly insufferable and just so uptight and so snobby and so just like manipulative as well. Obviously, I know that's what the author wants us to think, so she's obviously done a really good job of portraying that. But I'm actually enjoying reading it physically rather than listening to it. I've missed a lot of detail. I think you can sometimes find a lot of detail, especially with books which are written like this. You can skim over a lot of the detail when it's spoken to you, in my opinion. And that's just how I feel. So yeah, I'm rereading it. I'm actually enjoying it, even though from what I didn't like about it last time was my initial thoughts was it felt a little bit too realistic. Obviously it had like things about, Goodreads reviews and obviously behind the scenes of all like the publishing industry and how like just the absolute kind of, can I say, seediness of it all. Just, how June basically becomes, basically like steals her identity, wants to be like racially ambiguous because she's released this novel about the treatment of like Chinese labourers. I think that's what it is. Yeah, we obviously know that June Hayward, a Juniper song, is meant to be insufferable, and yeah, it does a really good job of that. But yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot more this time round, reading the physical copy. I think I just get more of that out of a book when I can physically read it. Don't get me wrong though, sometimes the audiobook is a lot better, but just I think for this particular novel, it's better to read it if you can physically. So yeah, I'm just going through that. So I've got 3 days to finish it, so I'm hoping I can do that. I'm on chapter 7. So I'm almost 100 pages in, so I'm averaging out, I need to do about 80 pages a day. So I'm gonna I don't know, does anybody else feel like where like I never used to be bothered by it, but now maybe it's just being on BookTube. I guess like reading is like my time to decompress. And does anyone else feel like if you don't make time for reading, like get really miserable, moody? I get so irritated, not all the time, especially if I've got like plans or something, but if I don't have any plans and I've just wasted an evening like scrolling on Reddit or something, I get really annoyed because obviously that's like valuable time where I could be reading a book. But anyways, I'm going to read this. It has kind of annoyed me a little bit that, like, you know, I've got tons on my TBR and I'm choosing to reread a book, but I don't know. That's just is what it is. So yeah, I'm going to carry on reading this, and I probably won't come in, to be honest, reading, you know, in between whilst I'm reading this. I'll probably just let you know my thoughts once I've finished it. So yeah, that's it. That's the update. This is my outfit. This is what I'm wearing. Heading out. Bye. This isn't me wrapping up the vlog yet, just kind of checking in. Yeah, finished Yellowface. I'm reading Yinka, Where Is Your Husband? Where's Your Husband? By Lizzie Damiola Blackburn. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's a very easy, fun read. I feel like it's going to be a nice, fun rom-com. I feel like it's very much needed. This month, kind of what I've been reading, I don't know, I've had a right mix. I've had a bit of fantasy, I've had some really hard-hitting literature, like black literature, you know, lots of really hard-hitting topics like racism, homophobia, slavery, just black history in general. And then obviously I read Yellowface, all about like the deception of not the deception, the deception, I'd say, of like the publishing industry and how manipulative they are, and also just like cultural appropriation and cultural appreciation, and just like the fine lines between that and stuff. So yeah, it's nice to read something which is quite easy and fun to read. So I am 70 pages in. I'm hoping I'm going to enjoy this one, and so far I really like it. So it's about we follow Yinka, and her three aunties and her mum are like desperate for her to find a husband, and any chance they get, any kind of social situation they're in, they're always, you know, always questioning her, where's your husband, always praying for her, where's your husband, where is he? Because she's 31, she's 31. It's just like a very nice, like, yeah, contemporary sort of fiction. So yeah, it's really interesting. But yeah, I've had a really good, like, productive weekend, I'd say. Just like, not like adulting, but just kind of like, yeah, just like sorting the finances. I've responded to all my like messages which I need to respond to, like from friends and stuff like that. Like caught up on messages, went to my in-person book club, which was really good. I was really scared to go, but everyone was really nice, and it's just nice to like chat with like-minded women. So that was really good. And me and my husband went out for a really nice walk on Saturday, and yeah, it's just nice to have just like a nice chilled weekend. I do feel quite tired, but I'm just making sure that I rest for the rest of the evening, obviously. So yeah, I've just been reading this, but even then, I think I'm going to stop reading for a little bit because I just feel like I've read a lot. So I've read a lot this month. Like this will be my sixth book, which I can't believe. I may potentially read 6 books this month, which is just, and February's a short month as well. So yeah, that's like, and I've had it's been a really busy few periods at work as well, so I don't know how I've managed to fit that in, but I think now I'm just making time for reading. I really am just making time for reading. And I've even been watching stuff too. We watched 2 films this weekend, John Q and Freedom Writers. I've watched Freedom Writers before, but I've never watched John Q. So obviously, yeah, so both those films are really good. I watched Apple Cider Vinegar on Netflix. That was really, really good. I think that's the only TV I've watched. And then, I don't know, I think it might have been, was it February or January? Either February or January, I finished Life is Strange Before the Storm, which I absolutely loved. Love that game. I love that game to bits. I wish I could forget playing the first game because I would love to experience that all over again. But yeah, the next game in that franchise, I don't know if that's the right word, but the next game in that series, I guess, is Life is Strange. Is it True Colours? I think it's that one. So that's the next game. And then the newest one has come out where Max Caulfield is back. So I really want to play that one, but I think I'm playing them in chronological order of when they came out. Really enjoyed that. But yeah, it's been a very productive month. Well, not finished yet. Next week's gonna be very busy, so I don't know if I'm gonna finish this book, but I'm gonna give it a good try. But I'm hoping I will finish it by the end of the month, which is next week. So I can't believe it's gonna be March next week. I have a feeling this year it's gonna go so quick. Those are my little thoughts and my little what's it called? My little update from where I'm at the minute. So in this very unflattering angle. There goes a bottle of paint. Oh my god, that's much narrower than I thought. Yinka, where is your husband? This book. I was close to DNFing it. It's not making me escape enough. I like it. The beginning's very funny. It's very humorous. I'm not sure. Like I might finish it because I'm practically halfway. It probably won't take me that long to finish it, and I probably know. I think I know what's going to happen. Yeah, it's just like, let me get a bit closer. It's okay. It's not amazing, if I'm honest with you. It's okay. It's just an okay book. It's not making me. I was going to say it's a bit of a chore. That's probably a bit harsh. It's not a chore to pick it up. It's just not. It's not been my favourite read this month, I'd say. It's okay. I mean, I don't know. It's because I'm just really busy and I feel like I want something to grip me. This is not really like that. It's just a very like easy, light-hearted. It's just a very like easy, light-hearted rom-com. But yeah, I mean, this Emily Henry said, like Bridget Jones, Yinka is a lovable and relatable disaster. Yeah, it is kind of like that Bridget Jones sort of style. I just think it's like with Yinka, she's 31 and I think she's just acting like a child, if I'm completely honest with you. I know like sometimes I can be like super immature and sometimes I mentally think I'm like, 16, 18. But yeah, Yinka is a little bit, oh God, sorry, I can't do that on my knees. Yinka is just a little bit immature for her age, I want to say. But yeah, I do like what it's trying to do. Like it's obviously trying to, show her insecurities and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not my favourite book. It's just kind of like a whatever sort of book, which is a shame. But will I finish it before the end of the month? We'll see. I mean, it'd be great to finish it tonight, but don't know. I kind of just want to watch TV instead of reading. I think I've read too much this month, and now anything that I am reading is just either not going in or I'm just not really enjoying it. So no rush to finish it this month. So yeah, but yeah, just my thoughts on that. If I do finish it, then I'll come back in. But if not, I'll probably wrap this video up here. So sorry, it's a bit of a mishmash video, but is what it is, and that's just for life. But yeah, but thanks so much for watching. I have taken a little bit of a hiatus. Just life's been really busy lately. Just trying to find the time to fit in, like editing and stuff. It's literally like a full-time job. So I'm not moaning because I do enjoy it, but I just want to do it when I enjoy it and not that I don't want it to become a chore. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing it when I feel ready to. But yeah, anyways, if this is the end of the video, then thanks again for watching. Thanks so much for watching, and I will speak to you in the next one.